Hi everyone, welcome to my presentation. My name is Sabira Sultana. I'm currently studying PhD at the Sturt University of Australia. It's my great pleasure to be able to present on this virtual platform of ECV 2022 conference organized by Sturt University of Australia. This presentation is based on a small part of the initial literature review of my PhD study. The title of the paper for this presentation is Sustainable Development Through STEM in Early Childhood Education, a Narrative Analysis Using Cultural Historical Theory. The authors are Sabira Sultana, Lena Danaia, and Shukla Sikder. These are the photos of the authors. Sabira Sultana is me, PhD student of Sturt University, then Associate Professor Lena Danaia, and Senior Lecturer Dr. Shukla Sikder of Sturt University. Before starting the actual presentation, I would like to acknowledge the Wiradjuri, Ngunnawal, Gundungurra, and Biribai peoples of Australia, who are the traditional owners and custodians of the lands on which Sturt University's campuses are located, and pay respect to their elders, both past and present. I would also like to acknowledge my principal supervisor, Associate Professor Lena Danaia, and co-supervisor Dr. Shukla Sikder for their support in preparing this presentation. At last, I would like to acknowledge the Australian Government Research Training Program Scholarship for funding my PhD study. This is the overview of the presentation. At first, I will share the aim of the literature review, followed by the method adopted for the review. Then the key concepts, the theoretical lens, and key findings will be presented. The aim of the literature review is to understand the significance and scope of STEM education in developing children's concept of sustainable development. The Sturt University Library Database Primo Search has been used to search relevant literature for this presentation. Keywords like education for sustainability, education for sustainable development, early childhood education, environmental education have been combined for searching relevant literature. Books, book chapters, journal articles, reports written in English and have some connection to STEM has been selected from the search result. Finally, 12 relevant literatures has been reviewed to present in this presentation. So this is the most popular definition of sustainable development as mentioned in the Brundtland report. Sustainable development meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So, sustainable development is a paradigm for thinking about present and future in the pursuit of an improved quality of life for all. It acknowledges the interdependencies of environmental, societal, and economic aspects of development with balanced and renewed approaches by promoting sustainable actions. UNESCO considers education as the most effective means to promote sustainable development. Skills such as critical thinking, collaboration, problem solving, coping with complexity and risk, building resilience, thinking systematically and creatively, acting responsibly are necessary to promote sustainable development. Education for sustainable development aims at equipping everyone with these skills. STEM is an acronym for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. STEM education has potential to promote sustainable development. STEM education develops skills such as complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, etc. that are skills required to promote sustainable development as well. Davis 2012 suggests that STEM education can address sustainability by offering scientific and technological solutions to sustainability issues. Campbell and Splendwinda 2020 found that STEM education can foster independent learners who are responsive to their natural environment. Why STEM for sustainable development should start in early years? Because experiences during early years significantly influence one's physical and neurological development, which has direct connection to his biological, psychological, and social responses throughout the person's lifetime. And it helps fostering long-lasting values, attitudes, skills, behaviors, habits that support sustainable development. The narrative analysis of some relevant empirical study found through literature review will be done using the cultural historical theory by Lev Vygotsky. According to Vygotsky, children's development of higher mental function is not biological, but cultural and social process. This model has been developed based on Vygotsky's work from 1987. So, according to Vygotsky, concept formation happens at two levels. Firstly, at everyday level, and then secondly, at the scientific level. Scientific concept formation is a qualitative change in the mental functions which develop through a dialectical relationship with the everyday concept with the support of adult. For example, in Australia, a bin with yellow lid is used to put recyclable garbage such as plastic bottle, milk carton. This is an everyday concept. However, the environmental benefit of this action as it conserves energy, reduces air and water pollution, reduces greenhouse gases, and conserves natural resources need to be learned with the help of the adult to use the concept in other contexts. In this way, children can learn the rudimentary idea of sustainable development from this act with the help of their parents, and later it will help developing the scientific concept of sustainable development. Key findings from these literature reviews are in the early years, the concept of sustainable development tends to be covered through environmental education, which has been termed as STEM by Almeida and Flair 2021. And literature suggests that only the environmental aspect of sustainable development is highlighted to some extent in early years. Other aspects such as social and economic as well as their interdependencies are not emphasized. Erickson 2013 revealed that children are left out with learning for environment, and therefore children do not develop essential values, skills to see them as an active agent of change to promote sustainable development. Almeida and Freer 2021 in their study found that children can develop caring motive for environment through everyday adult-child interaction through STEM. Campbell and Spladinda 2022 in their study found that through interactive learner-centered STEM teaching, independent learners can be developed who are responsive to the natural environment. Spiteri 2022 found that early childhood educators need to plan appropriate experiential learning opportunities for developing children's scientific understanding between different dimensions of sustainability, such as the natural environment, the social, cultural, political, and economic. So this basic literature review revealed little about how children develop their agency regarding sustainable development through STEM learning experiences in their everyday lives. This is something that warrants further investigation. These are the references used in this presentation. Thank you everyone for listening my presentation. I would welcome any questions, suggestions, feedback. Thank you very much.